Hey, how you doing? We back with the Constitution. We reading the Acts of Admission. This is the beginning of the Constitution. Within the Constitution, you have the Acts of Admission, right? And that's basically introducing to what the Constitution is about and the rules to the engagement of the Constitution. So we read Section 1, Section 2, Section 3. Now we have Section 4 of this Acts of Admission for the state of Missouri. It states, and be it further enacted that the members of the convention thus duly elected shall be, and they are hereby authorized to meet at the seat of government of the said territory on the second Monday of the month of June next, and said convention, when so assembled, shall have power and authority to adjourn to any other place in the said territory which to them shall seem best for the convenient transition or transaction of their business, and which convention, when so met, shall first determine by a majority of a whole number elected, whether it be or be not expedient at the time to form a constitution and a state government for the people within the state territory, also as included within the boundaries above designated. And if it be deemed expedient, the convention shall be and hereby is authorized to form a constitution and a state government. Or if it is be deemed more expedient, that the said convention shall provide by ordinance for electing representatives to form a constitution or frame of government, which said representatives shall be chosen in such manner, and in such proportion as they shall designate, and shall meet at such time and place as shall be prescribed by the said ordinance, and shall then form for the people of the said territory within the boundaries aforesaid a constitution and a state government, provided that the same, whenever formed, shall be republican and not repugnant to the Constitution of the United States, and that the legislature of said state shall never interfere with the primary disposal of the soil of the United States, nor with any regulations Congress may find necessary for securing the title to such soil to the bona fide purchasers, and that no tax shall be imposed on lands to the property of the United States, and in no case shall non-resident proprietors be taxed higher than residents. Section 5. And be it further enacted that until the next general census shall be taken, that the said state shall be entitled to one representative in the House of Representatives of the United States. Section 6. And be it further enacted that the following propositions be and the same are hereby offered to the convention of the said territory of Missouri when formed, for their free acceptance or rejection, which if adopted by the convention shall be obligatory upon the United States. First, that the section number 16 in every township, and when such section has been sold or otherwise disposed of, other lands equivalent thereof, and as contagious as may be, shall be granted to the state for the use of the inhabitants of such township for the use of schools. Second, that all salt springs not exceeding 12 in number, with 6 sections of land adjoining to each, shall be granted to the said state for the use of said state. The same shall be selected by the legislature of the said state on or before the first day of January in the year 1825, and the same when so elected to be used under such terms, conditions, and regulations of the legislature of the said state shall direct. Provide that no salt springs, the right whereof now is or hereafter shall be confirmed or adjudged to any individual or individuals, shall by this section be granted to said state, and provide also to the legislature shall never sell or lease the same at any one time for a longer period than 10 years without the consent of Congress. Third, that the 5% of the net proceeding of sales of land lying within the said territory or state, or which shall be sold by Congress from and after the first day of January next, after deducting all expenses included to the same, shall be reserved for making public roads and canals, of which 3/5 shall be applied to the objects within the state, under the direction of the legislature thereof, and the other 2/5 is defraying, under the direction of Congress, the expenses to be incurred in making of a road or roads, canals or canals leading to the said state. Fourth, the 4 entire sections of land be and the same are hereby granted to the said state for the purpose of fixing their seat of government thereon, which said sections shall, under direction of the legislation of the state of the said state, be located as near as may be in one body at any time in such townships and ranges of the legislature aforesaid may elect on any of the public lands of the United States, provided that such location shall be made prior to the public sale of the lands of the United States surrounding such location. Fifth, that 36 sections, one entire township. Fifth, that 36 sections, one entire township, which shall be designated by the President of the United States, together with the other lands herefore reserved for that purpose, shall be reserved for the use of a seminary of learning and vested in the legislature of the said state, to be appropriated solely for the use of such seminary by the said legislature, provided that the 5 foregoing propositions herein offered are on the condition that the convention of the said state shall provide by an ordinance irrevocable without the consent of the United States, that every and each tract of land sold by the United States from and after the first day of January next shall remain exempt from any tax laid by order or under the authority of the state, whether for state, county, or township, or any other purpose whatever, for the term of 5 years from and after the date of sale, and further, that the boundary lands granted or hereafter to be granted for military service during the late war shall, while they continue to be held by the patentees of their heirs, remain exempt from taxation for the term of 3 years from and after the date of the patents, respectively. Be right back.